What is up guys, WOOO here, back again with another Division 2 build video. Welcome back guys. This is not a DPS build. Before you unclick, unlike, unsubscribe and all that bullshit which has happened funnily enough over the course of the last few days. This is a skill build back to my roots and a super fun build that I've been using, and I have used this for around about 6 months in legendary content, in and out, in and out. And I thought I'd best show you this build and explain how it works and how effective it can be. Now again, like us all, we run a lot of legendary content, and what I like to do, what I do is I think about the team, the four. Again, that synergy to kind of give people the most advantage, one, to stay alive, and two, to do more damage. And this build provides that without having a heal, without having any, again, healing survivability skills attached to your character. This is the one-up extra life build that I've been using for a long time, which is super duper fun, as all builds should be in the Division 2. So guys, if you enjoyed this one, you know what to do. Thumbs doodle, it helps, it truly does. I say that every video, but it does guys, it does help. Thumbs doodle on the like button. And if you're new to the channel, drop the WOOO bomb on the sub button, ding the bell to be notified when I upload my shizzle. Peeps, let's move this. Guys, and this is the build that I use, legendary content. This is my go-to for team builds, especially I use this with clan mates and especially with friends that I roll with from time to time, and this is what I use. Guys, Technician is the specialization of choice. Get it on there guys, get it on there, because you need that 10% skill damage for sure. That is a given on this build, it truly is, it's a given. Now the skills are interchangeable, that you can use whatever you so wish. There's no like you have to use this and you have to use that. They are personal preference to your style. I'm just using these two, so I find these useful for what I'm doing and trying to achieve on the build. You can change the explosive sticky bomb for something like Seeker Mines. You can do that, that's fine. Guys, let me know what you think of what you would do in the comment section. This is a nice twist for me, and I feel it works very, very nicely. So Technician, extra 10% skill damage, big tick. Also that passive skill tier. And because of the chest piece, I need to garner as much, yes, as much armor as possible. And I can do that with this build. So I am 913k armor, and that's the best you can be on a skill tier 6 build using Technician, of course. So I am 0 offensive, 1 defensive, 5 utility, I have 3 little blues, and I have 5, yes guys, I have 5 yellow utility stats. Let's go for the build. Okay guys, yes, it is hardwired. Nobody uses hardwired anymore because it's such, again, an underwhelming gear set. And guys, this used to be, we all know this, and if you don't, I'm going to give you a bit of a history lesson. This used to be the best gear set in the game by a far, for skill builds. This would be something you'd have to do a project for, and you'd have to craft the pieces you want. It would be, and guys, it was an absolute rigmarole to get these pieces. But once you acquired them throughout the game, through projects and throughout the crafting, you have a really, really good gear set. And the chest piece talents, if I recollect, used to be tamper proof. So your skills, for example, the turret will just be shock galore. So any NPCs that go past will be shocked. Lovely jubbly. And that's a great little, again, bit of crowd control you'd have to have on hardwired. They tweaked it and twisted it, and we have the tamper proof talent moving forward. But yes, this is hardwired in all its glory. Why I'm using hardwired, before we go through the gear set itself, I want to get my skills back quicker and efficiently, so I need hardwired. Can you use rigor? Yes, but not with these skills, it doesn't work. However, rigor, you can tweak and twist the skills to your liking and you get the same effect. So hardwired, rigor, entirely up to you. What hardwired does is 15% skill haste for wearing the 2-piece bonus. The 3-piece is 15% skill damage and 30% repair skills. Obviously, I'm going to get that 15% skill damage. That is going to help the build and help my 2 sets of damage dealing skills. But the 30% repair skills will give me nothing on this build, unless I go for something like the Hive Restorer or the Chem Launcher Reinforcer to give me that extra bit of heal for me and my teammates to keep them alive a bit longer. That is potentially doable on this build, and is also, again, will proc the hardwired talent to give you your next skill back in 10 seconds. So, way to think about this, guys, is this is a potential different avenue you could go down on this build. Feedback loop. Whenever you use or cancel a skill, your other skill's cooldown is automatically reduced by 30 seconds, while increasing total skill damage and repair by 10% for 20 seconds. Feedback loop can occur once every 20 seconds. Okay, this can be minimized to 10 seconds using the backpack talents, which I am already, which we'll go through shortly. Guys, yeah, hardwired, yeah, it still has uses, and this is a fun way to roll on this setup. It's really nice, trust me, I've tried this, it's a lot of fun. Hardwired, guys, yes, is my choice on this build. And the attributes, folks, are skill damage. Get the skill damage on there, because you need skill damage everywhere on this build, because you are missing the chest piece skill damage bonuses from the talent, the attribute, you're missing those. So that's something to, again, to think about and bear in mind whilst putting this up. What I've gone for on this setup is skill duration, and you're wondering, what does that benefit? How will that really increase the impetus of my build? How can I do more damage by using skill duration? And once I go through the skills, you'll see and understand why. The second piece of hardwired is the holster, and again, guys, very simply, skill damage. Get it on there, guys. Skill damage is key on this build. Get skill damage everywhere. Gloves, guys, again, simply, so remains the same. Skill damage, 10%, exactly. Just get it on there wherever possible. The backpack is this piece, and it has the talent short circuit. Detract loop from 20 seconds to 10 seconds, and that means you can span your chosen selected skill every 10 seconds, and that's decent. So for something like cluster seeker mines, this is also a good option. All you need to do, again, bear in mind that if your skills go above 30 seconds, for example, if the seeker mine clusters, say they have a 33-second cooldown, as an example, you're shaving, again, that they say, 30 seconds off to make it 10 seconds. So what happens here, guys, what happens is you won't have a 10-second cluster seeker mine. Because you're above it by 3 seconds, you're at 33 seconds, what happens? Those 3 seconds are added to the 10 seconds, so it's a 13-second cluster mine. So what I try to do is get your skill cooldowns on these skills to be around or just below 30 seconds, so 28, 29 is perfect. Bear that in mind once you're putting this together. But again, you can see skill damage and skill duration, and feedback loop is the talent from the 4-piece and short circuit, getting at 10 seconds. Knee pads are Wyvern wear, and it is 10% skill damage, part of the brand set bonus, which, if you're going to do this, you have two choices. You go for the option of the skill damage, or you go for the option of explosive damage, depending on the skills you are using in Cohesion. And I've gone for skill damage from Wyvern wear because I'm rolling with the Oxidiser, and that works very nicely. But again, it is entirely up to you how you roll with this. Then we have armor regeneration, which is max and max skill damage. And the chest piece. Now, not many people use this on these type of builds. In fact, I don't see anyone rolling with this. The tardigrade armor system exotic. This is used on a hell of a lot of healer builds. I've seen a lot of healer builds use these, and they are exceptional. They are. Yes, you miss out on some skill repair. You do. But what you do provide is cover, utility for you and your teammates to stay alive longer. Little things like this help in abundance because it just gifts your teammates your armor, and 80% of it. So the higher your armor is on a skill tier 6 skill build, the more armor you gift to your allies. So that's why I've gone for that extra bit of armor on this build, and again, Technician, because it goes hand in hand. And I'll gift 80% to 913k on this build, which, guys, is around about 740k extra armor to my teammates. Keeps them alive, especially in legendary content. We know the damage output from NPCs is so heavy, so it's nice to have that little bit of utility and to know you are alive and in the fight a little bit longer. With this, guys, is armor explosive resistance. Again, that's helpful. Armor regen is also helpful, and skill duration. Ablative nano plating. Okay, that is whenever you or your allies' armor breaks, they gain 80% of your armor as bonus armor for 10 seconds. Keeps you in the game, keeps you alive. This is awesome. The cooldown is 45 seconds. Again, you can remove that entirely by killing an NPC with your signature weapon. So what you could do, switch to your joyous, awesome rocket launcher, or should I say Nerf gun. If you change to that, you will again take NPC down it will remove that cooldown, and you could do that again, and your allies could potentially have the extra 730, 740k bonus armor for 10 seconds. The weapons, guys, capacitor, it's a given for me because you want to make sure you're dealing as much damage as possible, and the capacitor can do that. It's a fantastic option to go down. I like the capacitor, fantastic weapon. Capacitance, shooting enemies, build stacks to a cap of 40. Each stack grants 1.5% skill damage, and after 5 seconds, stacks decay 1 per second. So what happens, guys? 40 at 1.5, you get 60% skill damage, and for each skill tier gain, 7.5% weapon damage, you get an extra 45% weapon damage and 60% skill damage, whilst your capacitor is rocking and rolling. Guys, trust me, this is a fantastic choice to go down. The mods that are fixed are crit chance, rounds, crit damage, and weapon handling. The secondary is personal preference, but I tend to use this, the mechanical animal. And I know it's another AR, and someone will tell me off, you don't use an AR, don't do it, Will, you're doing it wrong, use a shotty, use a rifle, whatever, just don't use another AR. I'm using this because of future perfection, very simple. And again, it's that nice little skill tier boost, overcharge, boom. And it pairs so nicely with the overcharge. And again, the best way to talk about that is to demonstrate this. Guys, yes, demonstrate this in the range. So right, let's get through this bad boy. Let's go down here and let me demonstrate how powerful overcharge is on the Oxidiser. Right, okay, so let's have a look. I've got the mechanical animal. There it is. The Oxidiser and the lovely sticky bomb explosive. Let's just change again to the mechanical animal. You can see what I'm going to do is just take down this NPC and just watch what happens. Can you see the range on that? The Oxidiser range. That's good range. That's okay. That's standard, guys. It's standard range. Yeah? So let's just change back to this one. Take this NPC down. Now, range. Wowzers. You can see it's immense. Absolutely freaking insane. Yeah? So that's why my secondary is this beast. And you can see this is amazing. I love the Oxidiser. I love the range. It's a great skill to use. And if you're going to use the Oxidiser, do not use status effects. It is not a status effect, so don't do that, please. It is not. Invest in skill damage. That will heighten the damage from the Oxidiser, not status effects. Ignore it. It doesn't work. Trust me. Okay, guys, you can see, go back to this, and you can see where it is now. You can see how beastly it is. That's just standard. Once we use the Future Perfection talent to get overcharge, happy days, all guns blazing, that Oxidiser is an absolute bastard. It is. It's fantastic. I love it. So that's why I've opted for the Oxidiser, guys. Yes, very simply, the Oxidiser. And yes, this one, Future Perfection, because I want overcharge. Very, very simple. And then the mods, crit chance, crit chance, crit chance, and rounds. Simple. Guys, it is what it is. Backup boomstick. I like the look of this aesthetically. Do I use it? The shit do I. I don't use this at all. So don't worry about it. Screw the mods. Who cares? I don't use it. Backup boomstick. So, the Oxidiser. You've seen how powerful the range and radius is. It's beastly. Let's take a look at this. So I'm in the range. Let me just see if I can turn off the skill haste. Get it disabled. So it gives you more of a reflection how it works. So, now that's not changed yet. This will do. There you go. So, for the sticky bomb, you're looking 24.6 seconds, 4.327 damage as a million. Again, more explosive damage will give you more from this. I get it, I understand. However, it's impossible to get it on a build like this. You can have 15% from China Light, but that's your maximum. But I've opted for skill damage because of the Oxidizer is my primary skill. So in terms of mods, simply they are sticky haste, guys, sorry, it's been one of them days. Skill haste and damage. Then we go to this bad boy, which still hasn't updated. It has about a 19-second cooldown, what I recollect. 8 ammo, it's got a 16.4 second cloud duration. What the fuck is that, WOOO? How does that work? Okay, the cloud duration is how long the cloud is active on the floor for. So, if I do this, Let's just take that off. And let's go back to my Oxidiser. It's 15.4 seconds, woo. So you've taken off a second. So add that back on. And what happens? Let's do this. Where is my skill duration? There you go. And that goes back down again to that. You can see 16.4 seconds. And it's 20-second cooldown. That's been fixed now. So that's it. Happy days. Let's just change this. Well, what you want on this, you want damage. Guys, damage, yes. And then you want ammo. Ammo and damage is the choice that you need on this. Simple. Cloud damage 170k. Beautiful. That's what you want. That is what you want on this. And again, you could use, if you wanted to, you know, you could use the Hive Artificer. You could use that. But again, it's not going to gain the value of Hardwired. Something to bear in mind if you want more damage. But this is a perfect combination for me and my style. And we've seen the explosive sticky. You can see how powerful it is, and again the Oxidiser, how awesome it is. And that's what I want, is this combination. But you can tweak and twist things up to your style. That's fine. So again, this is the crit chance, crit damage, weapon damage. Again, don't worry about that. This is a skill build, not a DPS build, so it's irrelevant. Let's just take a look at the armor regen. 9746, which is okay. It's a nice little trickle of armor, which will keep you going. And then you have a skill haste of 25%, which is go, whoa, woo, you are doing this wrong. No, I'm not, man. No, I'm not. Hardwired gives me all the skill haste I need. Simple. You can, if you want to, invest in a little bit of skill haste to get your nice, lovely, jubbly Oxidiser back a tinsy-wincy bit quicker. That is also an option. But I wanted the skill duration to make sure the Oxidiser lovely purple goo is down for longer. So guys, if you want a build that is very useful, versatile, and so handy for legendary content and keeps the good guys alive a little bit longer, check this one out. And of course, I look forward to your comments in the comment section. And yes, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.